Hello, my name is Tracy Colazza, and today I will be giving you a brief tutorial on one of my favorite EdTech tools, and it's called Storybird. So what Storybird is it is a language arts tool that uses illustrations to inspire students to actually create their own stories or poems. So how you get there is you're going to go, I'm going to add a different page here. I'm going to go up to my search bar and type in Storybird. There it is. And what you're going to come to is something like this. And there are actually a few things that the tool can be used for in teaching in a classroom. You can read with your students on this website, and you can also help them to create stories of their own by using their illustrations on here. So this. So as an educator, what you can do is you can go up to sign up for free right here. And you can see these different options. There's a regular user, educator, teacher, or students. Of course, students would use the student button. Educator, teacher, we're going to log in right here. Now this page here is going to ask you to create a username, email, and a password. I've already created mine, so I'm just going to kind of like bypass that, and I'm going to go ahead and sign in. So once you create it, it will take you to a page right here. Now on here, I just want to share with you that on here, as a teacher, you can go to students. It's going to drop down where you can add the usernames, first names, last names. So that way you can communicate with your students, and you can read stories that I create or poems. You can edit. You can go back and forth on here. So it's really a great tool to work with your students. So where we're going to start is we're going to go to read. We're going to see what we can do here with reading. So on this page, it's going to bring you to all these different categories. And like right here would be the different genres that you want to read about. So on this one, I'm going to go to just adventure. Click that again. It's not working for me. There we go. And then for the formats, we can go long form or we can go picture book. The long form is going to be a chapter book that you can read, or the picture book is just a shorter form of a book. So we're going to go to picture book, and then we can go to the ages. We can go preschool, all the different ages, all the way up to adult here. So let's go to preschool books. And now we're ready to read. So it's going to pull up the books right here. You're going to go to an arrow until you see a book that you would like to read. We've got the title of the story and then a brief description of what the book is about. And let's take this one for an example. Dr. Fredrickson and the Planet of Slime. Dr. Fredrickson has discovered a dangerous substance. Only he can save the world from destruction. I want to read that one. So I'm going to click Start Reading. Here's the cover of the page. We've got the title, the author. It also shows the author right up here, and then the artist who drew the illustration right here. I think that is really cool. So you go to the cover and you click to the right, and that's going to, just like you're flipping pages in a book. And right here it shows you how many pages are in this book. So you kind of can see that you can flip through and read all the way to the end. So that is how you would read a book on Storybird. Now we're going to go to a book that I actually created, and then I will show you how to create a book. So when you go to a book that you create, you'll go to your stuff. That's where I'm at here. Here's what I have. I have only one picture book. So I'm going to go to that picture book. And here it is. This one is one that I created all by myself. So Jerry goes to first grade. I'm going to click on that. And it was a lot of fun creating this book. So here's Jerry. So once again, we've got the title, the author. Here's my name again. And then the artist who who drew the illustration. So I want to read. Now this one, I only stopped at 4 pages. I really wasn't creating it to actually publish, but just to give it as an example. So kind of flip through the pages. You see I chose different cute little pictures from my story. And what is really interesting with Storybird, you can order prints to become like your own little author here, publisher. You can download it, you can share. Shows how many likes you get in your book. So now I'm going to take you over to create a book, to create a story. So this is where we're going to create a story. Now these are all the different illustrations that you can choose from, that students can choose from, that can trigger their imagination. So I'm going to kind of go through and find one that looks a little interesting to me. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, when you get to this page here, it says use this art. There's a few different ways you can push it. This one here, or in the middle is this little flash button. You can also do that. And it pops up long form book. Do we want to create a chapter book, or do we want to create a picture book or a poem? On this one, I'm going to go ahead and show you a long form book, a chapter book. Okay, so here what I find is really interesting is they give a lot of pictures off to the sides that you can use within your story that kind of go along with the title picture that you have. So here we're going to create the title of the book. And the title of the book, we'll call it, let's call it Elephants Having Fun. Let's go back. Elephants Having Fun. There's the title of the book. Right here it's saying chapter title optional. I'm going to go ahead and put chapter 1. Okay, and then as you can see, this little green spinning thing here is going to tell you if you have anything that you need to go back and edit. So in this next little box, it said to start typing your story. So one day there were a group of elephants flying their balloons. I don't know, you just have to be creative. So one day there were a group of elephants flying their balloons. So that would be the first page, the title and the cover the book, and then the first page. Anyways, I could type on and on and on. But then you're going to go up to insert, right up here in the corner, insert. And it's going to give you the option of inserting artwork. You can choose different artwork, or it's going to give you an option of doing like a nice little divider. You can see the divider going across the screen, or when it's time to add a new chapter. And on this, you can see it says publish this chapter first, and then you'll be able to add another chapter from the gear menu on your story. So we could click publish here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel it because that's not what we're not headed there right now. But when you're all done with your story, you go right over here to the save and exit. Now, if I'm done for now and I want to come back to it, I'm going to click on my story isn't finished yet. Your story will only be visible to you. You could come back and work on it later. But right now we're going to say, yeah, I'm finished. Let's publish my story. And this is actually just going to publish it privately so you can share it among your friends and family. It won't be visible on Storybird. Where it will be visible is if you come down here, and that is not accessible right now. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, so we are done completing. We're going to go back to the dashboard. We're done completing that part of our story, and you can see right here I have a few saved things. I've got chapter 1, we've got Elephants Having Fun, I have another chapter book, Friends Who Share, another one, Up, Up, and Away. So those are just a few things I've played around with on Storybird. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial on Storybird. I hope you enjoyed it and you have a wonderful day.